Hello everyone and welcome. I am getting ready to go live here in just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and make sure everything is set up, so bear with me and we'll get started here in just a second. If you are joining me live today, I'd love to know where you are watching from. Go ahead and leave that in the comments for me. And I wanted to share this with you here. For the first to share my little post, I have a little sweet treat package that I would like to send to you, minus the candy, of course, but it'll be ready for you to just tuck in your favorite sweet treat to share it with someone during Christmas. Alrighty, I'm on about 5 minutes early, so bear with me. I'm so excited. I see a couple of you are there. I have not yet gotten to the event, so let's see here. But thank you so much for sharing it and getting the word out. I'm super excited to do this. I can't tell you, I have not been sleeping the last few nights because I just have so many ideas going around in my head that, oh my heavens, it's wonderful. Alrighty, oops, and it says I have an error. Okay, we're trying it again. Okay, it looks like I am. Alrighty, I see that there's 3 of you and I'm still not there yet, so thanks for hopping on, and I am excited to share with you today. Alrighty, so what are y'all doing for Thanksgiving this week? Those of you who are on?
Still not there yet, so.
Oops.
Thanks for hopping on, and I am excited.
Okay, I think I am finally set up. Alrighty, so I am now able to view any comments, and I will do my best to interact with you. And if I don't get back to you during the live, please know that as soon as we are done that I'm going to hop on and answer any questions. So this is going to be fun. And if there is any days that work best for you for lives, please go ahead and write it in the comments. I would love to know what works for you. It's nice to have an audience instead of crickets, but at the same time, I know that you can always go back and use it as a reference when you're creating and watch it on the replay. So that's going to be wonderful. Hello, hello, Miss Regine. How are you? Thanks for hopping on. Alrighty, so far I see that there's 5 of you on there. It doesn't show me who's on, so far I see, oh, hello, Miss Deanne. And I see my mama's on it. She's liked it. Hello, Mom. Oh, goodness. All right, well, it's 11:58. We have a couple more minutes, and then we're going to get started. I'm glad you're doing well. Aw. Oh, goodness. I miss getting to see everybody at our live Stampin' Up! Events. It's been so much fun to connect with everybody on here on Facebook, but it's just not the same. All righty. Okay. I also wanted to remind you, those of you who tuned in on the 19th for my first live, I went ahead and uploaded the project sheet. So you'll be able to find pictures of the project as well as the card dimensions. I didn't do a whole step-by-step because I think once you can come back and watch the video and know how to do it. It's just a lot of work to do a tutorial if, you know, when they're pretty easy cards. If it's something that I think needs a little bit more explanation, I'll go ahead and note it on there. So I did that for you, as well as all of the supplies that are used. And again, if you go to my blog, you'll be able to see all of the items used in a picture format. So I hope you'll check those out. All right, we have just another minute. I'm gonna wait till noon, and then I will start promptly at noon. So I thank you so much for being on here, and gosh, this is just so much fun. And I would love to know, I mean, if there's certain cards, certain project suites, things that you'd like to see, jot that in the notes too, or you can always send me a private message. But if you put it in the notes, then you have more chances to win the prizes. Oh goodness. So I'm excited. My husband's gone until tomorrow, so it's been stamping, stamping, stamping. Woke up early this morning and came in my craft room and just started prepping. I have a make and take card kit special right now. If you purchase $40 or more using the hostess code that's shown right here, you get 3 make and takes. And here are 2 of the make and takes. And then the third one I'm actually going to demo today. But this one here is using the gift wrapped bundle. And it's just a pretty easy gift card holder, as well as a sweet treat box using the little treat package. So I've just done a little bit of embellishment, a little Wink of Stella, which is one of my favorite products to use. So that one, and then I'll share with you the other one. Okay, and we are going to go ahead and just get started. Welcome, welcome, welcome everybody to Stampin' with Kim Live. I am Kim Myers, and I'm excited to share with you. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for 25 years, and I just have so many things that I would love to share with you that, techniques that are old, but, just using current products to just give them a refresh. So let's get started. First of all, I want to say thank you to those who joined in last week for the live. Here are the prizes that I'm sending out. Kathleen Crosby, you're getting the Gilded Gems, and then I have 3 cards going out to Jane, Lynn, and Carol. So please message me with your addresses, and I am going to get those in the mail tomorrow, as well as anyone who places an order of $40 or more today. Your card kits will be going postal tomorrow morning. So be sure to let me know. I would like to do the cutoff at 6 p.m. tonight just because I want to get them all prepped and, ready to go first thing. Our post office here is a little nuts, and so it will take me quite a while to go there. It'll be an adventure, but it'll be fun. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and get started. I am going to share with you my first little project, which I have recreated. The other day on my live, I had showed you, I'm going to zoom in here a little. I can't quite see it on my screen, so I'm hoping that we're doing okay. Tom the Turkey has gotten a refresh. I decided that I didn't really care for the colors that I had, created him with the first time this week. So I decided to give him a little refresh yesterday. So I have a soft suede cardstock pumpkin pie, bumblebee, crumb cake, real red, and some I was ivory. Hello, very vanilla. Shame on me. All right, so let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so we are going to take our little box here of treasures, and gosh, I thought I was so organized. Okay, so for our little box, what we're doing here is we are going to take, for our little nose, I didn't have a little heart punch that was current, and I was trying my very best to use product that was just current. So I used the cute little hearts from the Stitched Be Mine framelits, which is pretty cool. So you've got a lot to choose from there. And then I also used the layering circles to create his little tail. And with that, I used the largest scalloped, and then I believe this one here is 2 3/8, but I will, again, put the measurements into my blog for you if you want to recreate this. Okay, so to get started, what we're going to do is we are just going to take our Stampin' Dimensionals, and I'm going to add a little bit of pizzazz to his tail, just to make it puffed up. You know me, my motto is when in doubt, pop it out, and I don't like things. I mean, it's cute like that, but to give it a little bit of pizzazz. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip it over, and on this first layer here, I'm going to put 2 dimensionals, and then on the next layer, I'm going to just add 1. And then from there, I'm going to add a little bit of sticky strip, because I want this guy to stay together. So we're going to take a little bit of sticky strip, just place it here at the bottom on each of these, and then we'll start layering. So what are you ladies doing today? Are you hanging around the house, binge watching any great programs, stamping, I hope, creating? Anybody working on their Christmas cards? I know I'm can't wait to pull out some new product. I'm like, oh my goodness, I'm trying to stick with all the Christmas things that I've bought, but it's so hard not to want to delve into that. Okay, so there's our first layer, our tail part. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of crumb cake, and I'm going to use my little ornament here from the Gleaming Punch Pack and my 2-inch circle punch. And I thought this just made the perfect little turkey neck or turkey face. So we're going to go ahead and punch this out. Other side. And then our 2-inch circle. I just love punches. They're just so quick and easy. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and for my little turkey face, I am going to, what's the red thing that hangs down on a turkey? I'm calling it the gobbler. It's not a gobble though. Waddle, it's not a waddle. I don't know if anybody knows what the terminology is for the little red thing hanging off of Tom's neck. That would be great. I was going to look that up, and that was something I figured, you know what, it really didn't, I didn't need to take the time to do that, but I was curious as to what it's called. Okay, so I'm going to take one of my little hearts here, and I'm going to take a glue dot. And on this, I'm just going to flip it to the side so you can tell that I've cut it out. It's just, it gives it a little bit more texture on this. It didn't need to be super perfect here. Okay, I'm hoping you guys can still see me. It looks like I kind of lost. Oh, no, we're back. Okay. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and attach this little piece on here. Oops, I got a little bit of glue dot hanging out. So I'm going to go ahead and attach that, and then I'm going to take another glue dot and affix it onto here, like so. Okay, let's get rid of this. I'm sorry, you guys. I just hopped right on in, and that's kind of crazy. Okay, so then what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a little twist the little top of it, and I'm going to grab another tool. Sorry. I was trying to use my pick tool, but that just didn't work. So I'm going to take a little skewer here, and sorry, I'm fumble fingers with this. I'm just going to roll it down just to make it come alive. All right, then we're going to take a couple mini glue dots, or I'm sorry, not mini glue dots, mini Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm just going to place 2 on the back here. And then affix it down like so. So super simple. Okay, then we are going to attach his cute little eyeballs, which one just went flying, with glue dots. And I wish I could tell you what size these are. I went to the local craft store. We only have, you know, a couple little stores here. And of course, they didn't have it. And I didn't have time to drive a couple hours to the big city to go find a craft store to tell you. So I'm sorry, I wish I could share that information with you, but I think they're super cute. Super cute and a little crazy. Okay, so that's it to assembling our turkey. Then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to assemble it onto the box. And these are 2x2 treat boxes, which I love them. These are like one of my favorite little things to create with. I'm going to go ahead and just score it on all the lines here. Whoops, and I broke that one. Gosh, it got to be a little softer. Okay, so the little U goes first here. Little cutout. So let's go ahead, push that in, and then take your side pieces, tuck those in, and then that last flap. And of course it's going to have an attitude. Alrighty, so there we have it. There's our box assembled. Okay, now to attach our little pieces, I'm going to take a little bit of our tear tape, and I'm going to put it at the base here. I want to make sure that my Stampin' Dimensionals are up top because I want it to look like it's fanned out. Put a little bit on the bottom of that piece, and then looking for where the box opens on this back flap here, I'm going to place another piece. And then tear that off. Oops. All right, so that's ready to go, and then we'll peel this part off. Okay, then I think it's easier if I hold it up. So then I'm just going to position it part way down. I'm kind of just lining up the corners of the box with my 2-inch bumblebee paper. And then I'm going to open it up, and then I will just press gently to make sure that that's attached properly. All right, so now let's just apply this, and I'm going to take a couple pieces of tear tape again, and I'm just going to make sure that it's not going to hang over at all. I don't want to have it get in the way there of my little opening. Oops, gosh darn it, it does not want to open. Okay, there we go. Oops, I forgot, he needs feet. Hello. Oh my goodness, I forgot something so very important. Oh my word, guys, that was going to be horrible. Oops, here's my little scrap pumpkin pie for the feet. I'm like, it's just missing something. This here is my snowman builder punch, and it's not just for snowman. It makes the perfect chicken feet, turkey feet, snowman. It has a multitude of uses. So let's go ahead and add these little guys. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I almost forgot those. All right, so I'm going to take my little glue dots here, and I'm just going to roll them. I could do it with the flat glue, but putting them on with glue dots, it kind of gives it a little bit more dimension. Of course, I can't really cut dimensionals to fit. Or I could, but that might take me all day. But like I said, I like the little, it gives it a little bit of pop too. So I'm going to place them in the bottom corner here of the box. Whoops. Like so. And then we are ready to add Tom's body. So there we have it. So super simple. I'll again bring in my samples. So this is, this one here, I've added a few Hershey's milk chocolate nuggets, and I've just dressed them up with the Plaid Tidings Designer Series paper. And then I've added a cute saying. And on this saying, I'll show you, I had to be very resourceful in my craft room. I did not have a give thanks. There's a couple really cute give thanks in stamps in the holiday catalog, but of course I didn't have them. I did have retired, but I wasn't going to go there. So what I had to do is I had to be creative, and you've seen me work with this before, From All of Us. I grabbed the thanks from there, and then this Make a Difference stamp set here is a lot of fun. If you want to do something that's a little bit more personalized, you have some different fun options, which is wonderful. So I just, found my little letters and stamped that. And another thing, if you're a crafter and if you like to do craft fairs, or if you just like to make and sell your products, it does have our little copyright angel policy stamp right there. So that's a fun one. And then my other one, whoops, sorry guys, this one here, Happy Thanksgiving, is from the banner year, which is in the holiday catalog as well. And this one actually has a great variety of stamps. Christmas, Valentine's Day, Harvest, Halloween. So that's a lot of fun. Alrighty, so what do you think? Do you like the turkey? I hope so. Alright, so I'm going to do my little 10-second tidy here and get rid of this one, and we are going on to the next. So let's see here. I had so much fun designing these projects yesterday. I actually have a whole lot of Christmas cards to share with you, but I don't know, I just wasn't ready to share them. They're a little bit more in depth. I'm trying to really keep it simple, but it's really hard for me. I know you guys know that. I love lots of detail, but I figure for this, I want them to be duplicatable for all of you. So, so let's get started. So we are going to be using the holiday, or is it holiday hugs? I keep saying holiday hugs. It is the warm hugs. So the warm hugs bundle, and so it's a stamp set and our little dies here. And then we're also going to use an 1 3/8" circle punch, our cool little corner rounder, and our delightful tag topper. So those are the 3 that we're going to use for these projects. And I am going to be using Real Red ink, Pear Pizzazz, and Mossy Meadow. And those all coordinate with the Designer Series papers that are in this suite. And I'll show you, if you have the holiday catalog, it is on page 8. So there's a few designed by our concept design artists, and then you'll see the cute paper, which is just absolutely adorable. So we're going to use the Heartwarming Hugs Designer Series paper and the Mossy Meadow striped ribbon. So let's get going here. All right. So for our first product, this is the little gift you can make. The first 5 people to share my my little video here, I'm going to send you a completed little project ready to add your candies and share with a friend. So what we have here is we have a 6x2 piece of real red cardstock, and then we have 2 pieces of 1x3 designer series paper. And for this, what you're going to want to do for this little project is you are going to want to take your paper trimmer. And what's wonderful about the paper trimmer is if you can do scrapbooking, big items, small items, but you can cut and you can score at the same time. So what we're going to do on this one is we are going to score it at 3 1/4. So I have a piece of dog hair. I had a little friend today that wanted to hang out with me all day. He is missing his daddy since his daddy is out of town. Okay, and 2 3/4. So score it first at 3 1/4 and 2 3/4. Okay, then what we're going to do is we are going to take our delightful tag topper. And what's great is you have 3 different sizes to choose from. I'm doing the 2-inch track. What you'll want to do is you'll want to cut it a smidge smaller than the 2 inches. Otherwise, it's not going to fit in there, and it's going to look a little crazy on the ends. So we'll punch that out. Do the other side. Punch that out, and then our little treat package is starting to form. Okay, so now we're going to do some basic stamping with that. And so for our next layer, I'm going to take this is a 2-inch Pear Pizzazz circle, and then I'm just going to take a scrap of paper here, and I'm going to ink up my real red ink pad. With actually, oh, sugar, I almost made a mistake. Wrong color, guys. We are going to take this cute little one that says warm hugs to you all season long. And I'm just going to stamp that down. Oh, actually, you know what? Not a fan. Let's try it again. Actually, I'm going to grab another scrap. Bear with me. Sorry, y'all. Good thing my scrap room or craft room isn't huge. All right, so there we go. Warm hugs to you all season long. So then I'm going to go ahead and punch it out with the 1 3/8 punch. And set that aside. And then from there, I'm going to embellish on this little guy right here. And so I'm going to take, let's put that away before I make a big mess. I'm going to take the Mossy Meadow and one of these cute little stamps from the set. I'm just going to center it here on my 2-inch Pear Pizzazz. Alrighty, so we're starting to build on that. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a couple dimensionals and I'm just going to pop up this layer. Oops, I guess I'm going to use a new sheet. Alright, so I'm just going to apply 2 on here. And bump that layer up. All right, and then for the next layer, what we're going to do is we are going to take a scrap cardstock. We'll use the one that I messed up on here. And we're going to use, there's the cute little Christmas trees. So what I like to do first with this one is I like to stamp it first in Mossy Meadow. So I'm going to stamp that, and then I'm going to add some more with the Pear Pizzazz. So I'm going to stamp that, and then it's really easy to line up once you've gotten it on there. So there we have it. We just have our cute little Christmas tree. And what's really nice about that is we have framelits to cut it out, but I'm going to go ahead and just show you the ones that I've already done. I do not want to bore you with my coloring or my cutting. So we have our cute little Christmas tree. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of our little mini dimensionals. Actually, I'm going to take 2 of them and just place it on the back here. Oops, that one's hanging over a smidge. Okay, and we're just going to make sure that we get our words how we want it. And I'm going to place that in the center. All right, and then we are going to just attach it to our little treat holder. And if you wanted to, I had thought about it, but I was just trying to keep it simple. You could add some texture to it. There's a great couple of embossing folders that are, you know, coordinate with this suite. So that would be really cute too. But if you want to mass produce them quick, that's a good way to just assemble them quickly here. Okay, so we have that. So let's take this over here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do our little candies. And with these, what I like to do is I like to use my glue dots. Being that I'm going to stick it to something, they'll stay affixed on there perfectly. So I'm just going to take 2 glue dots, and where the tag points, the Hershey's, I kind of like where the tag's coming down, I kind of just place it right over the top, and then hold my finger and kind of just wrap it around. And then on this edge, I'm going to attach 2 more glue dots. You can use sticky strip too, that works really well. But just for time, and like I said, it's going to attach, I'm going to glue it down to the package. It'll stay perfectly in place. All right, so we have one candy done, and let's do the other one here real quick. Oh. All right, let's hope that that's not going to, let's see, I put it on the wrong side. I have a feeling it's going to cause me an issue, so you know what, I'm going to have to pull this. Bear with me for a second. Actually, you know what, we're just going to leave it because I'm going to stick it down and hopefully it's going to help me out there. Sometimes your little mistakes can be good little blessings. So, all right, and actually it was positioned right. Okay, so we have our little candies together. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take another piece of sticky strip to attach it to the inside of my treat holder. So I'm just going to place that right down the center. Peel off the backing, and then attach my candies. And what I would do is I would recommend pulling up the bottom of it. Just if you get it too far down, then it's not going to close properly. So I kind of just lift it up to make sure that it's going to fit flat. Push that down and add the other one. And that's what we have. So now what we're going to do is we're going to add some ribbons. It's getting pretty cute. And so here, what I've done is I've added the Mossy Meadow ribbon. I've also added some of our polka dot ribbon, and of course, white baker's twine. So that just added some pizzazz to it. So I hope you like that first project. I'm going to go ahead and go on to the next one, which is made using the same products, but this one here is actually one I was inspired by a post that I saw last night on the demonstrator training website for Stampin' Up! Demonstrators. And I'm like, okay, I know we've done them in the past. I've done large pop-up gift card holders, but I challenged myself last night to make a small pop-up gift card holder. So I hope you enjoy this project. I think it's super, super cute. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a piece of cardstock, which is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. And again, like I said, I will put all these, the measurements and all of the products on my blog. So we're going to take it and we're going to score this 6 1/4 by 4 1/4 paper, and we're going to score it at 1 1/4 inches. Whoops, we're going to score. We're not going to cut. I always have to make sure, be mindful that my cutting blade is placed up top when I'm scoring. Can't tell you how many times I've sugar, and then I just did what I did. You know what? I'm going to get another piece of paper. Oh my goodness, see, there you go. I get talking and that's what happens. All right, so we're gonna cut a piece of paper. That is 6 1/4 by 4 1/4. Okay, so if we go long ways here, at 4 1/4 first, then you can actually get 2 gift cards per piece of paper. So that may be a blessing that I got to tell you that. Okay, so let's cut this at 6 1/4. Okay, and actually 6 1/4. So if I pull the arm out, then coming right here is going to be 6 1/4. Okay, so now let's do our scoring. I'm going to leave that little guy up there. Okay, so now we are going to 4 1/4, and then we are going to 1 1/4. And let's pray that this is right, because now, okay, so there we have it, our little gift card is starting to form. So now I'm going to go ahead and fold on all our little edges here. My little bone folder. Get a nicely creased there. Okay, so now you can see we have the start of it. You could just put some tear tape right there and call it a day, wrap a bow, keep it super simple, but of course we can't do that. So what we're going to do next is we are going to take a piece of cardstock, and this is 3.5 by 3.5, and you can tell I've squirted it just 1/2 inch on each side. Okay, so next what we're going to do is we are going to take that and position it like so. Actually, first we're going to put tear tape on the sides. I'm getting ahead of myself. So next let's take tear tape, and we're just going to do it about halfway up. As far as, actually, we're just going to use the flap as our guide. That way there's no mistakes. Like I said, I just designed this last night and I've only put one together, so thanks for bearing with me. Okay, so we'll put that here, and you just want to get it as close as you can because you want to make sure that you have enough room for the pop-up insert as well as your gift card, what's going in it. Okay, so we have that. So then what we are going to do, we're going to go ahead and seal that. So then for our next step, what we're going to do is we are going to take this little guy and we're going to drop him down into our gift card holder. And then we are going to affix tape right here on this little flap. Preferably straight would work, would be fabulous. All right. So we're going to pull that off. All right, then we're going to make sure that it's where it should be, and we are going to make sure that it's secured. So now we've created just a simple little pop-up. So from here, what we're going to do is we are going to add some embellishments to it. Remember how I had showed you earlier the cute little warm hugs wraps dies? Well, after I created this, I at first didn't realize, I forgot I bought it as the bundle, which, hello, I buy everything as a bundle, but I was cutting out my Christmas trees by hand, and then I pulled this out and I'm like, oh my goodness, I wanted to find a way to incorporate this. So I thought it would be adorable to add a little trim to this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to place just a little bit of sticky strip along the top. I just think it just adds so much to it. And I'm actually going to overlap my sticky strip because last night I had a little issue. So I'm going to make sure that it goes a little over, and then I'm going to just fold it back on itself. And usually I would use my Tombow because I am a Tombow girl, but I figured for this I don't want to keep you on here too long. I appreciate your time and watching and tuning in with me. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little trim piece and I am going to position it where I want it. Sorry, I hope my fingers are not in the way, and of course this is wanting to just tuck itself in. So I'm just going to get it lined up how I want it and then just press it down. So then we have just a cute little scalloped edge to it. Okay, then from there I'm going to take a 1 by 7 inch piece of the Designer Series paper, and I'm just going to give it a little fold here. And we're just going to wrap it around. And with this, you don't want to wrap it too tightly because you want the gift card holder to open without a problem and the belly band to be able to slide. So we're just going to wrap it around, and then we're going to attach the ends down with our adhesive here. I'm going to do one on the bottom and then I'll do one on the top. And actually, you know what? I can use glue dots because this is going to stay together too. Pretty easily. I'm going to add something over the top of it as well. A cute little layering piece that like we did on our little candy treat. Okay, so we'll affix that down. Oops, and I'm a little bit off there. Okay, so we have our belly band. So then for the next layer, what we're going to do is we are going to stamp this little stamp here in real red. And I'm actually going to demonstrate this whole one. The first one I didn't do all my little steps. I'm going to show you my little tricks with my little rhinestones. So I'm going to ink up my little stamp, Warm Hugs to You, all season long. And then we'll do the next layer. which is going to be on our Pear Pizzazz. Ink that up with our Mossy Meadow. Okay, then we'll get rid of those. And then when I have that open, I'm going to do, so if you're just joining me, we have the cute little Christmas trees that go with that. My little tip for that is to stamp the outline first. So we're going to stamp our little tree, and then we're going to fill it in with our Pear Pizzazz. Actually, I'm going to close that so I'm going to stamp it. Okay, and this one is actually very easy to line up. All right, so then we have those all ready to go. So I'm going to go ahead again and punch this out with my 1 3/8" punch. And there's actually a really cute die where you could cut that out in the Warm Hugs, but I decided that I liked it with the white. It was too much having the green behind it. It just didn't pop how I wanted it to, so, but you do have that option as well. Okay, then let's go ahead and assemble our little focal point here. We do that, and then the magic of, oops, goodness, and I just dropped it. Hello, Christmas tree, where did you go? Oh, seriously, I just dropped it on the ground. Bear with me, guys. I had it all cut out, and it went flying somewhere. Oh, heavens. Okay, I really don't want to bore you with that, but I guess I'm going to have to bore you with my cutting. Actually, we'll just go on. Sorry. We're just going to move along. So from there, what we're going to do is we're going to add a little bit of Wink Costello to our Christmas tree. So we'll do that. And then, I'm still looking for it as I talk to you guys, gosh. Okay, and so then we're going to go ahead and cut that out, place that in the center, and then we're going to embellish it with a couple of rhinestones. And I love my rhinestones. We do have the different packages that you can buy with, you know, that are the solid colors and, you know, of course the in colors, but I like to just make it my own with our Stampin' Blends. And the Stampin' Blends, they come in a combo pack with a light and a dark. And I am just going to take my dark, and I like to use the little nubby side. And you just color directly onto your rhinestone. And just let it dry for a second. I'll do a few more because I'm going to be making a bunch of these tonight. And then just let it dry for a second in between, and if you need it needs a little bit more color, whoops, then you just go on and do a second layer. So that's a really fun way to, you know, get more bang for your buck just with the basic rhinestones. Okay, so then what we're going to do from that is actually I'm just going to show you the final product. And so what I've done with all of those components is I have made this cute little gift card holder. So wrapped around the band, I did add a ribbon. I added 2 of my little rhinestones, and then of course my Christmas tree, which I popped up. So then from there, I'm going to show you the inside. I also made just a sweet little sentiment tag, so using the same Christmas tree and just the Happy Christmas stamp. So that's what goes in it. And so it just tucks nicely in there, and you can position your belly band on there. So what do you think? I hope you like it. Like I said, it was my own creation. It was like, oh my gosh, mind-boggling yesterday considering I only got a few hours of sleep, and with all the math measurements that I did it after only a couple tries. So I think it was adorable, and I hope you enjoy it. Okay, so now I'm going to do another 10-second tidy, and then we are going on to the next project, which is actually one of the projects that you can receive for free if you place a $40 order by tonight at 6 p.m. So this project here is a cute little pop-up card. I had actually created this. I participated in a swap with a bunch of other Stampin' Up! Demonstrators when the catalog came out for pre-order, and this was my swap that I had designed and swapped with it. I had to make 20 cards, and I got 20 different card ideas back. So we're going to get started with this one. So what we're going to do is we are going to take, it's here's all my card guts here. So it's a 4 1/4 by 10 1/2 piece of cardstock. And what you're going to do is you are going to score it at 4 1/2, 5 1/2, 7 1/2, and 8 1/2. So that's going to build our card base. Okay, so then from there, sorry, we are going to take another piece of cardstock, which is 4 by 2 1/2, and I am just going to place this here at the top. I just thought it needed a little bit more pizzazz to it. It just looked pretty boring without it. So just a simple way of layering without, you know, having to do a whole lot. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am going to use my mono. Man, the first time using it all day. I'm just going to squish this on here real quick. And place it at the top. Okay, so then from there, I'm going to take my glue and I'm going to glue this whole section down. Okay, and then I'll flatten it down and just kind of hold it in place for a second. All right, so you can see it starting to form. Then from there, we're going to take our pop-up piece. And this piece here is 3 by 5. And what I've done is I've scored it at 3 1/2 and 4 1/4. And so now what we're going to do for that is we are going to, actually I'm going to use dimensionals on the bottom to pop this up. I'm trying to find my sample. Actually, I didn't on my sample. You know what? I won't then on this one. Actually, I think it'd be cute. I'm going to pop it up and see what it looks like. Let's try it. Just going to go with it. Okay, so I'm just going to add a few dimensionals here to the bottom. If I don't like it, I can always rip it up, but we're going to give it a try. Hopefully it'll add more pizzazz to my card. Maybe I didn't because I was mailing all of them and I figured that would be easier. Okay, so let's go ahead and just center that. And then to attach my next level, what we're going to do is you're going to flatten your card down. And this little flap here, you're going to run some adhesive. And with that, I'm just going to run a piece of tear tape. We'll go quick. Run this along the back. And fold that like so. So you can see now our card is ready to be embellished. So I'm going to take a piece of this cute little paper, the Heartwarming Hugs. And we're going to pop that up with some Stampin' Dimensionals. I seem to have lost my big ones. Let's see here. I only have a bazillion of them floating around, but they're all small. Oh, here they are. So let's go ahead and pop that up with our dimensionals. And actually both sides are pretty, but I just like the red. And then we're actually going to embellish it. I used the opposite side for our little ribbons. Okay, so we're going to place take off our little tabs here. Okay, and then we're just going to place it directly, center it here on our card. Okay, then from there we're going to take our little pieces. And I believe these are 1/4 inch and, yeah, 1/4 inch. So we're just going to use our little glue here to affix it down. Oops, wrong side. And I have quite a few samples. I've made them in, gosh, I think I've used quite a few different Christmas stamp sets to make pop-up cards. So I'll be sharing those with you. Really cute one. Oops, sugar. Using the Nativity set. And then the 4-incher U and the, is it Dove of Hope? So I'll be sharing those with you. Okay, so we have our little present there. So now let's go ahead and do stamp our bow. And also the back of our card. Okay, so you're going to take the, playing yesterday trying to design another one, and then I decided, nope, I'm just going to show you what I've already created, and except for the other two projects. So I was trying to get way too crazy. All right, then let's take our bow, which on that one, I'm going to just use the simpler bow. And this stamp set is great because you can use it for Christmas, you can use it for birthdays. I mean, it has a lot of versatility. So, and it comes with the coordinating punch, which is wonderful. So definitely a must-have. I know, Karen, if you're watching, I know you have that, and I hope you enjoy these ideas. Okay, so let's go ahead and crash, boom, bang. Sorry, y'all. I don't know where the other block is. We're going to go ahead and ink this up with our Real Red ink pad. Stamp 2 of these. Okay, and then I'm going to stamp my Merry Christmas. So I'll take that, and there is a right and a wrong way. So these dimensions are 4 1/4 by 4. So you'll want to be mindful when you put it together to make sure that your sentiment is going the right direction. That little bit. Okay, so that is the right way. All right, so then I'm just going to stamp my Merry Christmas down here in the bottom. And then, let's see, I have one more little piece. We are going to stamp the little tag. So let's get that ready. And then also our little holly berry leaves. Okay. Thanks for bearing with me here while I'm swapping everything out. Okay, so let's go ahead and stamp our tag, and we're going to just stamp that on a scratch piece of paper here. Okay, and then all that we have left to do are our holly berries. So I'll set those aside because I'm going to punch that out. So now we're going to stamp our holly berries, and I'm just going to do just one little sprig here on the card. And then I'm also going to do one here on my little gift tag. It barely fits on there, but it does. It's so perfect. Okay. So now let's go ahead and punch everything out. So we'll get our little punch out. And this is a great little punch, and I mean, you don't have to have the stamp set. You can also, you know, just use colored cardstock. Hello, Kathleen. I just looked up and I see that you're on. You're the winner of the Gilded Gems from last week, so congratulations, my friend. Okay, I actually this time decided to turn my camera a different way, so I'm hoping that, you know, I hope to perfect it to be able to go live and to come on and, you know, flip it around. But, you know, as you could tell, I wasn't quite that savvy with my computer. Okay, so I made a little cheater here to be able to punch that out just using part of a Post-it. So I'm going to just punch out my cute little tag. And then I'm going to punch out my 2 little gift bows. Oh goodness, sorry, I have to flip it. I don't have muscles. Okay, so we'll do that one, and let's do the other one. Oops, okay, I'm going to tear off a little bit more. Alrighty, get that out of the way so I don't accidentally throw away my good bow, and punch that one out. All right, now we are ready to assemble. So what we're going to do is we are going to take a Stampin' Dimensional, and with this one I'm actually going to do a double. I'm going to do my bow going a little bit more decorative, or more, it looks like a fuller bow. On this one I just did it, you know, just right on top of each other, but I'm going to change it up a little here. Just going to put one dimensional right in the center, and then I'll do it kind of like so. All right, just it's a little bit fuller, and I like that look. Okay, so now let's go ahead and take our card. And before we do that, I'm going to take some of our gold cording. And this is from the Wonder of the Season. It is a combo pack in the holiday catalog. So it has this beautiful ribbon and cording. So we're just going to take a little piece of the cording. And I am going to take my little pick tool here. And you know what? I think I need my little pokey pad, which is right here buried. So I'm going to take my little piercing mat here, and I'm just going to poke a little hole. And then I'm going to feed my cording through it. Let's hope that this wants to work. Oh, and it's going to. Alrighty, perfect. So then what I'm going to do is I am just going to, great, I pulled it right back out. That was brilliant. Okay, oops, it needs a haircut in order to have some fresh ends there. Oops. Okay, let's try that again. So to secure it down, I'm going to feed it through, and then I'm going to hold it in place, and I'm going to use a little glue dot to keep it, or glue dot, a little Stampin' Dimensional to keep it in place. And I'm going to cut it about so. Oops. Make sure it's on there securely. Okay, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to just wrap it around my bow. Oops, sorry, my four-legged friend is quite the protector. Sorry, y'all. He does not like anybody coming to her house. He does not care who you are. He is trained to protect my husband for my husband's job, and yeah, he protects all of us, we'll say. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and put a larger dimensional on the back here, and then I'm also going to place a couple more, like so. Okay, then we'll peel off the backing. All right, and then we're just going to place it on our card. Okay, then I have one more thing that I want to show you, is we are going to take our Wink of Stella, and with this, I'm just going to color directly on here, and it's going to kind of just bleed the color a little, which is perfect. And what's nice is it just can wipe off of your Wink of Stella, and it's not going to ruin it the next time you apply it. So I was going to color it with the blends, and I decided, you know what, I don't need to do that. I want to add a little bit of sparkle, and that's super simple. Okay, so then I'm going to take another one of my little rhinestones here that I had colored earlier with my Stampin' blends, and I'm just going to attach that like so. Okay, and then we're going to apply the back of the card. Ooh, I'm a hot mess here at my workstation. Wow, doesn't take long, huh? Okay, so let's go ahead and affix this down, and then we're going to apply more Tombow to the background, or the back of this as well. And we'll flip our card over. Oops, little guy wants to be a stowaway there. All right. All right, and there we have it. So that is just a super simple, it really is very simple to do. I probably made it look incredibly hard, but it really is super simple. Okay, so we have that one. We have this little project here again, which is the treat box, and this little gift card holder right here, that if you place an order by 6 tonight, you can get these 3 projects for free, and they will go postal tomorrow morning. And then let's go ahead and bring in the other projects that we created today. So this little Warm Hugs Hershey's holder, and let's bring in our little gift card holder. So I hope you enjoyed these projects. If you did, please give me a heart, show me some love on Facebook here, and I look forward to coming live again and sharing some more projects with you. So I hope y'all have a blessed day, and I will hop on here again soon, and have a happy Thanksgiving, because I don't think I'll be on here again before Thanksgiving, because I am heading to town tomorrow to meet up with my daughter and bring Gavin up here for a few days before and then we'll take him back to Santa Rosa on Thanksgiving. So have a blessed day. Please share the video again. I will check to see the first 5 people who've shared my video, or maybe more. Maybe if there's not a horrible amount, or anyone who shares the video, up to say 10 people. I'm gonna get these in the mail to you tomorrow, minus the candies. So thank you so much, y'all. I just hope you have a great day, and I'm so excited to keep sharing with you. So love you guys, and thank you so much. Bye-bye.